Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Melina Landrio and I want to thank you all for sharing space with me today, and I want to thank you for returning if you're coming back. I know it's been a little while, I have missed you guys, and I'm excited to share this channel with you today. Today is February the 24th, 2025, and this message that I'm about to share with you, I've been cultivating for a little over a week now. So I'm just going to clear the energy. There we go. So I'm going to start off with, I heard a voice. I woke up to at 7, just after 7, I heard this voice say, it was a man's voice, and all I heard was, we're just going to let this play out for a few days. So this is all significant and relevant, and I'm also going to forewarn you guys, if I didn't say this already, this message is going to be triggering. This was a very difficult message for me to dive into and process through all the various dreams that I had that all correlated with it. And the experiences that I had physically, which I'm going to share with you, are quite disturbing and quite scary, to be honest with you, on my end to experience. However, I've put the pieces together, which I wasn't, it was a process. And I feel like we've got the message ready to share with you today. So I heard that voice. I heard a man's voice saying, we're just going to let this play out for a few days. And I had a dream about an underground pool. And while I was in the process of deciphering this dream, when I was thinking about what the pool was to me, I felt like it, I felt like it, I don't know, the word lagoon came to my mind. Okay, the word lagoon was very significant. Now, I saw this underground cave with crystal blue water, and we had all gone, we went down into this cave, okay? Meaning me and some people I don't even know. But before we did, there was something blocking this cave. And the reason it was, whatever this was that was blocking it, was because they didn't want the other people to see it, like to know that it existed. This was very evident in my dream. This is a dream. And there were all these people walking around. Like, it was really dark and like kind of like a rainy day in Coronation Street, I'll say, because it comes up in this reading, like a rainy, gloomy day, and all these people are walking around like cobblestone walkways. That's how it felt, but it wasn't really like that. But in my dream, that's what I was seeing. I feel like it was more the energy of it, like the dampness of it, and everybody was depressed and just like looking for shelter. And so all these people were walking around. None of them had homes, and none of them had anywhere to go for shelter. And this little area was blocked off. But this cave was hiding in plain sight. These people were walking by it and nobody acknowledged it. It was right in plain sight. And it was a big piece of cardboard that was hiding it, or something they created to make it look like something else. So like what I mean by that is, like, it felt like it was like a decoy, like a distraction, like maybe they're doing renovations or like something. Like nobody would want to go in there because it looks like it's not going to be fun in there. And that's the way that they wanted it to look. Then all of a sudden something happened, and this cardboard fell down. And then somebody walking around found it, and they wanted to go in. And I followed her in. And in my dream, she had reddish hair. And what it was there was a crack in this rock wall. There was a crack. And you could see in the crack that there was blue water in there. Like, you could see there was something you wanted to go check out. And so I followed her through this crack, and we had slid underneath it, and it wasn't easy to get through. It felt kind of suffocating, I think, in my dream. Like it didn't, like a bit of panic. Like I felt that way, at least in my dream going in. On the other side, it was this rock-filled cavern with crystal blue waters, and it appeared so magical and inviting. Then suddenly, it was like we became preyed upon. And as this beast of darkness came out, and it reminded me of Mordoon from Brave, the movie Brave, if any of you have seen it, the cartoon for kids there. Brave. Mordoon, I think, is the big beast, the big bear that they're trying to kill the whole movie. At least this was the energy of what felt the preying on. It was very ravenous. It was very aggressive and angry and just targeting. And so what happened when that Mordoon came out, I went back up through the rock to get out, and the girl, she went and dove into the water to attempt to hide. Now, mermaids are significant. Siren mermaid energy is significant because whatever that is, however that resonates, is significant because the girl's legs turned into this blue-tailed mermaid, and it was mimicking the water to get away from this beast. So this might be significant more so to someone having to camouflage themselves in an environment, which I feel is what that actually signifies more. And I think the mermaid, the siren energy, I feel like there might be a significance in regards to the energy that's being spoken about what's actually happening in the surroundings that's creating people to not go there, not look there, not come there. Something is significant about this, and I feel like that it's contributing that way. Yeah, so it could pertain to camouflage, being camouflaged, or having to diving in the water and having to swim like a mermaid or be one with the water. That could also be significant. And maybe that, like, the only way out, I hear the only way out. There's something about a long lost daughter could be significant as well. And now I'm being showed this vision that I had just before wanting to come on here. And I didn't get a chance. I sketched some stuff today, and I didn't get a chance to sketch this because I just saw it. But what I saw was this woman with brown eyes and brown curly hair, and she had fair skin, and yeah, it was like her hair was long, it was beautiful curls like so, and she had big brown eyes and very fair skin. Maybe in her 20s, I feel she was young. And I just had a glimpse of this girl, this woman right before. So there could be something significant, and when I read the daughter part, that just came up, so that could be significant. Now this is where the message starts to get triggering, okay? The taste of blood is significant. Last week, and this is disgusting, and I'm going to share it with you. I was really freaked out by this, actually, this physical experience that I had. Last week when I brushed my teeth, I had like blood that all of a sudden just pour out of my mouth. And that doesn't happen, ever. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I thought there was something wrong with me. It was quite scary and unusual to experience. Now, it didn't happen again. It was fine. My gums seemed fine after that. Like nothing came of it. But then this week, when I used my water pick to floss my teeth, because I tend to use that before doing oil pulling, which I do, my gums bled again, but this time they bled a lot. And again, this is unusual, and it was quite scary. And I had to oil pull. And while I was oil pulling, the taste of blood pooled in my mouth. At least that's what I was interpreting in my brain. And it was disgusting. And when I spat it out after, and it was all done, but I couldn't get this taste of blood out of my mouth. My teeth didn't look bloody. There was no blood that I could see. Beyond that, and which was kind of weird. Like, they weren't bleeding anymore, but there was a lot all of a sudden for a brief moment. Now, I'm going to so this is all happening while I'm fasting. I've been fasting. God has called me to do a fast in a specific way, and I in one part of the requirements for this particular fast was for me to drink a beet juice. And this was because I've been on my moon time. It was important for me to keep my... Anyways, doesn't matter. Too much information already. But yeah, so I was drinking beet juice. And I associated, because it was disgusting, by the way, beet juice, drinking it is disgusting. Anyways, I associated this constant taste in my mouth to the beet juice when this all had occurred. And the taste hasn't left my mouth in over 24 hours at this point. Like, literally, it was in my mouth for a very long time. So I kept thinking it was the beet juice because I kept going and checking my gums. Nothing was bleeding. I wasn't understanding what was going on. And that day I couldn't even drink my beet juice because it was going to make me vomit. It was really, really disturbing and disgusting. And the taste was in my mouth was so intense, yet there was no blood. And it was awful. It was awful to experience. Now, I don't know if I get to... Yeah, that's where I'm going to get to it. Okay. So all this was happening. I'm sitting here, and I go and I look up my stairs. My kids are getting ready to go to bed, or something's going on where I have to look up the stairs. And I see this barefoot walk up the stairs. Just like you're going up the stairs and you're at the top stairs about to finish your staircase. I saw the last part of the foot coming up off the stair, or going up and coming off up the stair. And this is significant. All of this is significant. And the vision that I had of the barefoot is not a dream. This is a vision I saw with my own eyes. Now, nobody's upstairs. I don't have anybody. All my kids are here with me. Nobody was walking up the stairs. Nobody was out of this room. One person was in the kitchen, but they weren't upstairs. And so I saw this happen, and it was very quietly, it was very quickly, it was quietly, skillfully up the stairs, and they were tippy-toeing up. Now, the foot didn't appear large, so I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman's foot, but it appeared quite dainty. So that was the foot. So something significant about tippy-toeing upstairs, and very quietly and very quickly and effectively. Like, there's some sort of strategy to it, is how it felt. I also had earlier, a vision of this brown fuzzy pom-pom. And I'm going to see if I can look it up, because I did look it up on my phone that I'm recording right now. And so I'm going to have to look it up here to show you what I saw, so that you can be aware. If my phone will let us. I can't do it. Anyways, okay guys, it's not going to work today for that. My apologies. Anyways, you guys know what a pom-pom looks like. The pom-poms that you see on the top of the hats. I saw this brown fuzzy fur, like a real fur pom-pom. And on top of it was a molar. The molar was with maybe a cavity inside it, or some sort of work was done. I feel like it was a cavity. Maybe it was a filling, I'm not sure, but the cavity was showing. And it was very yellowy, maybe a yellowy tinge in comparison to the dark brown. The brown I could describe as like a brown bear, a dark brown bear. And I feel like this was, I don't know why I saw this when I had this vision, but I feel like this brown pom-pom is holding teeth. Okay? So that's significant. And that's why my gums were bleeding. It was showing me that somebody is doing some sort of surgery. Blood poured out of my mouth. It was so fucked up. And I feel like somebody is doing something, and when they do it, that happens. And I also think whoever this person is could be a cannibal. And I feel like they have the taste of blood in their mouth constantly. So that's where I'm going with all this. That's why I'm saying it's a trigger warning. It's really disgusting and disturbing. So anyways, I saw this fuzzy pom-pom, and I feel like it's holding teeth. I feel like it could be holding something because of the tooth being on top of it. So I attempted to create this new juice to help ease the taste of beets since that experience, because I didn't think I was going to be able to stomach the beet juice anymore, and it's important that I take it. It was important that I took it for the fast. And the taste didn't seem to bother me as much. So it was just that period of time where Spirit was showing me stuff, and they were literally physically showing me it in my body. So sometimes Spirit does that. For those of you who don't really understand how we sometimes get our information. The interesting thing is I took the juice the next day, the new juice that I made with other things that I put in it. And when I flossed my teeth that night, there was no blood. So it was just that one little time, two little experiences that I had. So that's when I came to realize that this is not me. I started to remember the pom-pom, and I started to think about the tooth that I saw, and I realized this was not me that I'm experiencing. This was not the problem that I have. And when I came to realize that there is someone going around with this taste for human blood in their mouth. So I believe what I was experiencing was a cannibal. Okay? And so we could all be dealing with, in this 3D world, somebody who's going around attacking people, killing them, eating them. Okay? This is what the message is coming through as. Now, here's another weird thing I'm going to share with you, and I hope you guys can hear it on the recording. So I woke up to the slam of my front door in the early morning, and I heard it shut and lock. And then I had this immense fear that someone was in my home. So this is significant. This is how this might be happening, okay? I had this experience that someone was in my home, but no one opened my door. No one was even up in my house. Now, when I had this experience, like I was woken up, it was still dark. It was very early, and I grabbed my phone and I record it. Now, when I record it, I say essentially what I write out, okay? So when I went to listen to the playback, there's this really weird music at the beginning of my channel, like my channel download that I received, okay? And I wanted to play that for you because I wasn't playing this music. We don't have music like this in my house. This is Spirit playing music here in the background. There's no radio in my room. There's no music playing. There's a fan going on, and then there's me about to talk in my sleepy voice. So I'm going to play it for you, and you can hear it. I hope you guys can hear this. It's just very quick, 30 seconds at the most that you're going to hear, and then you're going to hear me talk. And then it shuts off. The music shuts off. You're not going to hear it anymore.
Waking up to a slam of a door. Waking up to a slam of a door. Waking up to a slam of... waking up to...
I hope you guys could hear that. I just rewound it a few times. This is an older phone that I do this on, so it's a very low recording. So I hope you heard that. But that noise, I didn't hear that in my room at all. When I was saying this message, that's not what I was hearing. And that's not the first time something like that happens. That happens to me all the time. All the time. But it's just fascinating that's at the beginning of my message when I go to hear it. So that piece of music that I shared with you is also significant. Spirit is showcasing that as significant. So they normally will pop in during my message with little noises or cracks or bangs or something. But this was music playing that was not playing in my household. Everyone was sleeping in my household. So yeah, so then I woke up and I had this fear. No one was at my door. No one was up. So I got the sense that whoever, Yeah, this was early. Sorry, this was early, about 6 a.m. This is early. Now, I got the sense that whoever is opening and slamming the door shut is trying to normalize walking into a home, like as though they belong to it, and they're being actually really sneaky. But what they're trying to make it look like they belong by making the noise, because I think most people, if you see someone come and walk into a house and just slam the door, you just assume like, oh, they're comfortable there, right? Like, it's just all these, like, this is clues. This is very significant to this, whatever this is that I'm expressing today, because whoever this is that's going around attacking people, potentially breaking into their homes, doing something to them to attack them, whatever this is, okay, that they might be harming people, they're pulling their teeth, they're doing something like this, they're being sneaky about it, and so they're right in plain sight. Remember the cave dream? Everybody was walking by. It was in plain sight, but nobody could see it. So this is very significant. Yeah, again, like there could be somebody in your surroundings that doesn't belong, but is making noise like they belong. This is extremely significant to this download, to this whole reading. So back to the cave. Now this is where I'm going to show you some of my, God asked me to, he encouraged me to showcase this. Now this is just a quick little sketch I did today to show you guys what I see in a way, okay? To try to, maybe this will, I feel like this might help somebody who might resonate with my message today, okay? So the cave doesn't, so we're going to talk about the caves again, the beginning with the water underneath the rock cave. So the cave doesn't have to be a cave. The cave could represent something more, something symbolic. Like the crack in the cave to get in, when I went to get in, it felt very claustrophobic to get through, and it was scary, as though there was fear in the cave, or fear that it would collapse. So this could be, metaphorically speaking, this could be a home. This could be a room in a home. And maybe there is a home, and inside the home, there is a room in the home that has this small crack that you can just get into, and it's hidden. Something to do with this is significant. Then I started to see a lot of white, and what appeared as a glass balcony, I saw this man wearing sunglasses. So this is what I saw. Now, this is my attempt to draw rocks. And this is the man standing. I know I'm such a great artist. This is the man standing that I saw. And I drew a sketch of the man. I'm going to show you that. This green stuff here, like this is rocks holding up this house. This is like a white house. Got a glass balcony. And there's like a water lagoon here. And this is like moss, and I feel like there's a tree or there's bushes here, and I feel like they're relevant, like they're, whatever that is that's there, they're there to block something, like to keep privacy. So this is all like the color of the rock, it's dark and it's very lava looking, it's very rounded, lava looking, and it's on both sides. And then there's this water area where there's a boat that's parking, okay? So I started to see that guy with the sunglasses, and he had dark brown hair, and it's like he had gel in his hair, but it's not that, like, it's not like that he put so much gel in it's like a crunchy top. It's very soft. It's just enough to slick back his hair. Maybe it's a pomade. I don't know, whatever it is. He has something in his hair that holds his hair back. Okay. And he was wearing sunglasses, and he was on this glass balcony, dark brown hair, gel in his hair. And his hair was kind of slightly off to the side, off of his face. And he was soft looking, and he had a white polo shirt on. And this is essentially the sketch, and this is not really doing full justice to it, but this is what I saw. The hair, the shape of the face, the sunglasses. The nose was like a little button nose, but it had like, the bridge was like thinner, and there was a lot of like shading, like you could see I tried to attempt to do. And his mouth was very small, and and he may have had freckles on his face, the same color as his hair, darker brown. So this is the guy that I saw. Okay, and he was wearing. So this might be significant. Somebody might trigger an understanding of somebody by looking at this. I know I'm not the. I know I'm not the most. Experienced artist, but this is what I see, and this is how I draw sometimes. Okay, and Spirit wants me to show this, so this is what I saw, and they said this is how I should show it. Now, after I saw this vision of that man, I started to feel waves, like rapids of waves, like really rough water, and I felt like I was watching a boat with a big metal bar at the front. Maybe for a flag. It's kind of a fancier boat. It has a motor and it could go really fast. And it was going over bumps, like boom, boom, boom. And this boat goes over waves very fast, but it almost looks like it's like luxurious. I don't want to say a yacht because I don't know if it's a yacht, but I feel like it's luxurious. Like you could sit in it, there's comfort. And it's definitely something that's like a private boat. So I'm going to show you the picture that I drew of what I saw. Now, I did this really quickly this afternoon. So this is the boat. Now, the color is more like this tone. And it was beige, all the way flush and very shiny. Now, this silver strip could be metal strips going up of the boat, or it could just be paneling, like the sections of the paneling of the beige that I saw. So either could be significant. I'm not really sure. I feel like there was definitely something here with the metal that I had to draw today. And then this could be just little bars or little windows at the front. I'm not 100%, but this is just how I was drawing it. So this type of boat could be significant. I'm not a boat person, and I don't know the terms or the types of boats to be able to express anything further than that. So the glass balcony where the man was standing is essentially like this black balcony. This is where that boat parks. So this boat parks here, and there are rocks on both sides of the boat where it gets parked. And the thing is that you could go underneath this home. And in my dream, I thought the cave was going to collapse. And there was a little bit of water, like a pool, like a pool of blue lagoon underneath, where you could go swimming underneath it. There's lots of rocks, so like the dream that I had. And I felt like it could collapse at any time. It was very, very scary. And then that beast came out, right? Which I think was signifying somebody that's like a cannibal. Anyways, the redhead girl, she dove into the water to try to get out from the beast. And while I tried to get through the cracks, I felt maybe redheads might be significant. Although I was showed a brunette today, maybe redheads are significant to this channel as well. So this is all relevant to these downloads, dreams, and experiences that I have been having. So somebody could very well be a cannibal. I also heard Florida, Miami, Keys, in that order. Florida, Miami, Keys. So I don't know why at this point, but then I saw this vision of Paul from Coronation Street. I used to watch Coronation Street. And I also saw another guy, I can't remember his name, but there's significance between Paul and this man. So what I understood is Eileen's son, the original son. She has two sons in that show if you watch it, and I can't think of their names right now, but one of them left the show, and he's gay, and so is Paul. Both are gay in that show, and both were showed to me for this channel. So I feel like this man could be gay, and this is very relevant to this channel today, to this download, to this dream. So whatever this is all very relevant. So I hope this was helpful. I'm being guided to show that picture one more time. And then I'm going to share the cards that I picked out, okay? So this is essentially what I saw, except the shadowing that I did on the cheeks here. His face didn't seem, it felt very like flawless and not gruffy, although this looks gruffy. He had a very baby face. And he was very slender. He may have been 5'8" in my perception. I feel like he could be 5'8". And he has a slender physique is what I perceived for this channel. Yeah, so that's the channel that I received. That's the dreams that I had. And I pulled some cards prior to this reading. So the first card I received was the Ace of Swords. So this is truth. This popped out right off the bat, flew right out of the deck. And the Ace of Swords is being met with the Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups in reverse. I don't know if you can see them both. The Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups in reverse. So the Two of Cups representing an unhealthy emotional state, also a knowing of what love is. So this person doesn't feel love. They don't know what love is. And there is some form of frustration that's occurring in regards to sexual incompatibility. So they may not be, I don't know, I'm not going to put the wording in there necessarily, but there's some sort of incompatibility, which means that they could, perhaps they are gay. In regards to the women that they're meeting, I feel these women that I'm seeing. Now, the Nine of Wands is representing an unstable situation. This could be health problems, and this could be stagnation. So they maybe this cannibal person, I feel like they're eating people, women, and stealing, like taking them apart, definitely taking their teeth. They're coming into health problems, maybe from eating people. There's stagnation here, and there's also some sort of recognition and acceptance of the own destruction that they've put out. That's very significant with this Nine of Wands here, being with the Two of Cups backing it as the influencing energy of the truth. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Now, there's a lot of frustration, and there's a lot of destructive behavior, and incompetence, I feel, in trying to hide their tracks. Like something has, because the next card that came up is the Sun. So we have the let me put these in order where you're going to see it properly. Okay, on this side. So the next card that we have is the Sun, and this is the goal destiny here. This is the destiny of this channel, okay? And the Sun is, this is all approaching culmination. So something has manifested to be seen with the Sun card illuminating it. Something is coming up to be seen. I'm seeing it, and I'm now sharing it. Maybe other people have seen it too. Now, this is something that might be happening in Florida, Miami, Keys. This is a part of the channel. Now, this all leads to the Tower and the Three of Pentacles, okay? These two cards fell out together. So we have a Tower and a Three of Pentacles. And the Tower, there has been a realization or a breakthrough. Something has come to be released. Now, the Three of Pentacles, which is influencing it, is telling me that there's some form of profession here. So I feel like there's more than one person working, although I'm seeing one. There's multiple people doing whatever this guy is doing. So whether he is a cannibal and he's eating people, or he's murdering people and chopping them up and keeping keepsakes, I don't know what it is. But it's something to do with women, and it's something to do in Florida, okay? And so this is a profession, and it's they're trying to stabilize it. And they're trying to achieve stabilization. They're trying to stabilize it so they can continue to do this disgusting work. And there is some sort of inner workings or of continued success, like this belief that they're going to be successful moving forward. But they're getting a big fat fucking tower because something has been realized. There's been a breakthrough or a release, and this is fate. This is fated to happen. Okay, this is fate. So that's what these two cards are signifying. Now, what came up next? The Mage. And this is in reverse. So we had in the past the Mage. Now, this represents abuse of power, inability to concentrate, somebody who's weak and and perceiving fraudulent activity. So this is all significant to this download as well. So this is something that's additional to the message that I just shared. So there's some fraudulent activity going on in regards to whatever they're trying to keep under wraps with this disgusting rampage of events that they're apparently trying to attempt to do. And we have a Nine of Swords as the future energy, which is essentially in alignment with this. It's abuse of power with the mage. And this inability to concentrate. They can't move forward. Like they're having a hard time concentrating due to all this circumstances that they've been creating for themselves. And the Nine of Swords is because they've been creating a lot of cruelty. They've been attacking. It's a misfortune. It's an uncomfortable atmosphere. These people are in panic. They're in condition. They're in a panic type of condition. Somebody is experiencing panic because I've been feeling fear, heavy, dense fear the whole time trying to channel this whole download. Okay, and this is very hateful work. This card represents hateful work. The profession is very significant in regards to this channel as well. So these people are doing this as a profession. This could be something that an organization is doing. A multiple, 3 people at least are doing it. And this is essentially a fear of exam came up for this, but I feel like legit this person is fearful. They're sick. Maybe they're sick and they're fearful of having to have an exam, probably because they've been eating people, and maybe they're going to see something in the exam from that. So that's significant. Okay. I know it's a disturbing channel, guys. It wasn't fun for me to get it. But I'm being diligent to let it out. So please bear with me. And if it's resonating with you and you know who I'm talking about, please let the officials, the law officials know about this, because there could be somebody going around doing this. Legit. Now we have the moon. This is the current energy alongside the environment, which is the Knight of Wands. So the moon energy is nightmares. It's horrific memories, bad feelings. These people are having these constant recollections of what they've done going over and over in their brain and their mind. They're being haunted by their activity, what they have done. Pulling people's teeth out. Like, really, I saw a tooth on a brown pom-pom. Looked like a bear fur pom-pom. Maybe a fox fur, I don't know. A pom-pom with a tooth in it. A molar with a cavity on it. It's kind of yellowy. I don't know if that represents like it's been sitting there long, or maybe when you take your teeth out of your mouth, they turn yellow. I don't know. But that's going on. Now, the nightmares with the moon energy. So they're being plagued with nightmares. They're having horrific memories and bad feelings. I feel like spirit is influencing this. I feel like spirit is haunting them. The ancestors of the people that they have taken, whomever it is, are haunting them right now. And the Knight of Wands is a daredevil. It's this is in the dark energy when I read it. So this is somebody who is very much daredevil. There's somebody who's very selfish. There's somebody who could give 2 shits about anybody else. This person is lusting for power, and they're harmful and they're very cruel in their energy. And that's what's coming up there for the current of the energy and the environment. Now, we have a 6 of Pentacles and we have a 7 of Pentacles leading out. So as the emotions is not Pentacles, a 6 of Cups for the emotions. And the 6 of Cups is they enjoyed doing this. These people are sick and twisted, or this person is sick and twisted. They enjoy doing it. It gives them pleasure, and they don't know how it's going to end. But they can't help themselves. They continue to do it. Again, that taste of blood that I had in my mouth for over 24 hours, there was no more blood in my mouth. It was like I felt like this person is like, when I figured it out, like I put 2 and 2 together with all my channels, and I figured out this could be a cannibal that I'm experiencing right now. It's like maybe they're biting into human flesh, and it's creating issues with their teeth or with their gums that's making their gums bleed. I feel like this person likely buys toothpaste with bleach in it, or whitening toothpaste to bleach their teeth, because I feel like their teeth are stained from the blood. I don't know how that would look. Maybe their teeth would be a gray tinge or a rust tinge, or I don't know if it would be like coffee stains, but there's some sort of thing with their teeth, and they overbrush with bleach to try to hide the evidence of what they're doing. And the Seven of Pentacles is failure. They're not winning. They're not going to succeed. They've failed. They have failed. There is huge strength in disconnection. And the Seven of Pentacles is divulging that. It's disastrous, difficult to survive from, is what this is. They're going to get caught. They're going to be seen. Whomever this is, it's the end. There's strength in disconnection. They've been disconnected, and they're going to panic, and they're going to see, or if they're not already thinking it with all the nightmares that are coming through from the ancestors, they're going to see this is very disastrous. And the fact that this person keeps craving blood, like they keep having it on their mouth, they're going to get caught. They're not going to be able to do this anymore. Think about Hannibal Lecter. They're going to be put away. And this is going to be very hard for them to survive because they won't be able to do it. And they're just going to permanently have this taste in their mouth. And that's where I'm going to leave this message, because I've had enough of it. Anyways, that's the channel. I hope that you guys found it interesting. I hope that it's not true, but I feel like there could be somebody out there doing this. So please like, share, and subscribe. If this resonated with you, if you live in Florida, Miami, Keys, or you know these areas, this is significant. Maybe that thing that I drew, that house that I drew, looks familiar. It's a glass balcony, and the boat that I showed you, it's like a beige boat. No, it's obviously not that monstrous. It'll fit in here. But another thing that I don't know if I mentioned, I got the understanding when I was drawing this that, like, maybe they get people, like they rescue people on the water, or they meet people somehow on the water. They take them, hey, I have a cool place. There's this swimming pool underneath my house. Come on over, we'll have some drinks. And so they get off the boat. And I think that the interesting thing about this is that this placement of trees or bushes is to hide people getting off. They get in the water and they swim up underneath this house to go into this underground, like, lagoon, this underground pool, this rock-filled structure as the base of this house that's sitting on top of it, with the glass balcony, and this maybe a single man that lives there who looks like excuse me, who looks like sort of like this guy. I couldn't see his eyes. This is how they showed me him. And I'm going to leave the channel there. So thank you for sharing space with me today. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, take care. Bye.